So those connections like bolt and weld, they were the binding material. So we need to know their strength না, যেটা দিয়ে আমরা connect করব, by using that material we need to know their strength first, যে তাদের কতটা strength আছে to withhold or withstand a two material or two steel plate. So that we have understood in our previous classes. I will share some the design strength of tension member. So now we will come to the members. এতক্ষণ আমরা পড়াশোনা করেছি কানেকশনের উপর, like weld and bolt connection. Now we will study about the members which we were joining with the bolt and weld. So member কত টাইপের আমরা বেজেললি পড়বো? How many types of member we will study? See, member here, it has not been classified at its material property. It has been classified as if how, in which way the force has been coming to the member. So when we will design in a steel structure, the member will be distinguished as per their external force coming onto them. মানে আমরা মেম্বারকে ডিজাইন অফ স্টিল স্ট্রাকচারে পড়বো তার মেটেরিয়াল ক্লাসিফিকেশনের বেসিসে নয়, তার উপর ফোর্সটা কিভাবে আসছে, হাউ দ্যাট পার্টিকুলার মেটাল অর material or body will express its reaction. That in that way we can distinguish our members. So here tension member mean, you can understand that that member will be in a tension. Tension mean আমরা যে মানে stress tension থাকি, not that tension. It is mean that member will be in a tensile force. That member will be, if this is a member, that member will be subjected to a tensile force. So the member which will be subjected to this kind of stresses or load, that member will be called as tension member, and we have to design that member. We have understood the connections. তো আমরা মেম্বারের উপর bolt connection, weld connection পড়ে নিয়েছি, রাইট? bolt connection পড়েছিলাম, এটাকে যদি আমি তুলে দিই তাহলে আমি weld connection পড়েছি. Now that strength of that particular tension member we have to design. Okay, so let us move into the next slide. Design strength of tension member. So let me just open the list. Okay, so now the factored design tension T in the members shall satisfy the following requirement. Okay, this is given in clause 6.1 IS 800 2007. Okay, this is our tension member clause which is given in IS code 800 2007, and this is given in page 32. Okay, page 32. So here what it has said, let me just read it first, then I'm explaining it. Tension members are linear member in which axial forces act to cause elongation. Such members can sustain loads up to ultimate load, at which stage they may fail by rupture at the critical section. So what does that line representing mean? Tension member or linear member? What does that mean? Linear member mean, if I can plot this, if this axis represents stress and this axis represents strain. Okay, so linear member mean that it will behave like this. This is a linear graph, right? So what from this graph, what you can study from this graph, what you can analyze? তোমরা এই graph আমরা কেন শিখি? Why we do study graph in our class 7 standard? Just a minute. আমাদের গ্রাফ শেখার পারপাসটা কি ক্লাস 7 8 এ? Just not understanding only a chapter of mathematics. গ্রাফ শেখার আমাদের পারপাসটা হচ্ছে by understanding a relation between two parameters. understanding a relation between two parameters of a one thing. এখানে what is that one thing? That one thing is a steel plate which is in tension, mean a tension member. Okay, and if I can put or plot it into a graph as per its behavior to the stress and strain, we can observe, or we can just see a particular behavior of that member. Okay, so here it has mentioned that the tension member are linear member, mean the amount of stress you will provide, the certain amount of strain you will get. A certain amount of stress you will provide, a certain amount of strain you will get. Mean that with respect to the stress and strain, there is some kind of what I can say, a relation. Okay, তার মানে যতটা স্ট্রেস বাড়ছে ততটাই স্ট্রেন বাড়ছে. It's not like stress, if the stress is increasing 5 MPa, then strain will be 5. I'm not saying that magnitude will not be similar. It can never be similar. So as I was saying, that a stress can never be similar to strain, but yes, there is a relation. The amount of stress when will be increased, the amount of certain amount of strain will be increased. Like if the stress is say 1 kilonewton, then a particular material or a structural material may give a strain of say 2 millimeter. So I am showing you a P versus delta, mean a deflection. I am showing you the P versus delta relation, which has been shown in your solid mechanics solid mechanics lab, right? A spring constant. So here see, you have observed that if you apply a certain amount of load, maybe a amount of deflection was increasing. If you apply 2 kilonewton of force next, then you might have observed it is showing 4 millimeter of deflection. If you apply 3 kilonewton, then it is showing say 6. It means that it is increasing. Definitely it is increasing. The more you are providing a load, the more a deflection is increasing. But there is a relation, right? What is that relation? The relation of the right way, but I'm showing you the relation. So if you multiply each and every force with 2 unit, then you are getting a corresponding unit of deflection, right? So here the relation is stress is equal to 2, no sorry, this is P. So P is equal to 2 delta. This is the relation, right? From this we can represent a relation like this. মানে প্রত্যেক কটা ফোর্সের সাথে তোমার যে ডিফ্লেকশনের রিলেশন, that is 2 times, right? So here 2 is nothing but a constant. This will always be same, right? This is always 2 for this relation. So this is a constant. So this is what we have understood in our study of strength of materials class in lab. It was our constant or spring constant, as we have studied. P equal to K del, right? So these 2 was our constant. Similarly, in the case of Hooke's law, stress is equal to Young's modulus into strain. So that Young's modulus is again a constant. So here there is a linear relation, as you can see. If I am increasing a 1 kilonewton of force, you were getting a 2 millimeter of deflection. If I increase that force to 2, then you were getting a deflection of 4. So there is a linear relationship, right? So we presume that tension member are linear member. Now here the tension member acts like a linear member in which axial forces act to cause elongation, obviously. That tensile force, if this is a member, so this is a axial force, right? Right. This is a tensile axial force. So due to that, a certain amount of elongation will happen. Certain amount of elongation will happen definitely, isn't it? So such members can sustain loads up to ultimate load. Okay, so that kind of member may sustain ultimate load, at which stage they may fail by rupture at critical section. So they can sustain up to its ultimate load. What is ultimate load? That load after which the section will fail. Okay, so up to that it can sustain the load, but at which stage they may fail by rupture at a critical section. So in that very structural element, there must be a critical section, cross-sectional area. Okay, so surrounding that cross-sectional area, the failure will occur. So however, if the gross area of member yields over a major portion, mean if we can observe that the gross area means the total area of the structural member. If we can observe that the gross area of the member yields mean যদি আমরা দেখি যে পুরো মেম্বারটাই অলমোস্ট আমার হুকস ল মানে হচ্ছে লিনিয়ার বিহেভিয়ার যতটুকু করে, রাইট, তত তার একটু উপর পর্যন্ত ইল্ড পয়েন্টটাকে আমরা জেনারেট করি, ইল্ড পয়েন্টটাকে আমরা লোকেট করি। তো যদি দেখি যে ম্যাক্সিমাম অ্যামাউন্ট অফ এরিয়া রিচেস ইটস yield point, okay, over a major portion of its length before rupture is reached, the member may become non-functional. ওকে, মানে যদি দেখা যায় যে গ্রস এরিয়া অফ দ্য মেম্বার যদি দেখা যায় ওভার আ লং অ্যামাউন্ট অফ লেন্থ যদি সেকশনটা ইল্ড পয়েন্টে রিচ করে যায়, দেন দ্যাট মেম্বার মে বিকাম নন ফাংশনাল ডিউ টু এক্সেসিভ ইলংগেশন। ঠিক আছে, মানে এক্সেসিভ ইলংগেশন ওটার মধ্যে দেখা দেবে। তো যদি এক্সেসিভ ইলংগেশন উই ক্যান অবজার্ভ ফ্রম দ্য মেম্বার, দেন it might not be able to withstand a load, that external load which will come from another section, which will come from another member. Maybe say this member is in a bridge structure, okay, that bridge structure load will come from the vehicle load. If this member exhibits so much amount of yield, it reaches its yield point for its maximum area, this may allow large amount of elongation, but it may not be able to withstand a particular load that is generating from the bridge structure, right? So the plates and other rolled section in tension may also fail by block shear and involted regions. So block shear, I will show you the diagram, then it will be quite understandable. So it says that the factor design tension T in members shall satisfy the following requirement. So what does it say? T less than TD. What is TD? TD is the design strength of member. And what is T? T is the factor design load, design tension. মানে এখানে T হচ্ছে, say you are constructing a bridge, okay, a steel bridge. So steel bridge এর উপর force আসবে, a force due to various kind of external factors like vehicle loads, wind loads, earthquake loads, dead loads, meaning self weight as well. So there will be a numerous amount of load which will be coming onto the bridge. The steel, say মৈনাক আর রাকা, ঠিক আছে, আমি সে প্রেজুম করলাম যে রাকা মৈনাককে ডিজাইন করছে, ঠিক আছে, মৈনাক হচ্ছে একটা স্টিল মেম্বার অর আ স্টিল মেটেরিয়াল, ঠিক আছে। তো এবার রাকা মৈনাককে এমন ভাবে ডিজাইন করবে যাতে আমি যে এক্সটার্নাল ফোর্সটা ওকে পুশ দেব বা এক্সটার্নাল ফোর্সটা ওকে যে আমি প্রোভাইড করব, ধাক্কাটা দেব, যাতে ও সেই ফোর্সটা নেওয়ার অনেক বেশি ক্ষমতা রাখতে পারে, অনেক বেশি ক্যাপাবিলিটি রাখতে পারে। ইন দ্যাট ওয়ে রাকা হ্যাজ টু ডিজাইন মৈনাক। So that external push is this T, and TD is that force or that design strength with which Raka has designed Moinak. ঠিক আছে, রাকা হচ্ছে এই টিডি অ্যামাউন্টটাতে ডিজাইন করেছে মৈনাককে, আর এই ফোর্সটা টিটা হচ্ছে যেটা আমি পুশ করছি। তার মানে এটা বুঝতেই পারা যাচ্ছে যে আমার ফোর্সটা অনেক ছোট হতে হবে রাকা যেই ফোর্সে ডিজাইন করেছে মৈনাককে, তাহলেই মৈনাক কিন্তু সাস্টেইন করতে পারবে ওই 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 স্ট্রেংথটাকে, ইজন্ট ইট? এটা হচ্ছে একদম সিম্পল সেই ব্যাপার। So TD is the design strength of member. The design strength of member under axial tension, TD, is the lowest of the design strength due to yielding of gross section. একটা যেটা হচ্ছে gross sectional দিয়ে হয়, sectional area দিয়ে হয়, that represented as TDG, rupture strength of critical section TDN, and block shear is TDB. তো তিন রকমের আমরা টেনসাইল স্ট্রেংথ আমরা পাবো, সেগুলো আবার পরের ক্লজে আছে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করানো। সো ওয়ান উইল বি TD is the design strength of member under axial tension, and the design strength due to yielding of gross section TDG, rupture strength of critical section TDA, and block shear is TDB. So here see, in next clause it says the design strength due to yielding of gross section area. তার মানে হচ্ছে এই যে আমি বললাম যে একটা মেম্বার, একটা পার্টিকুলার স্টিল বডি, সে আগে আলটিমেট লোড রিচ করে যাবে নাকি সেই মেম্বারটা তার পুরো গ্রস সেকশনাল এরিয়াটা, that total members gross sectional area will reach the yield point first. We have to calculate that by individual strengths. আমরা এতগুলো by all these parameters we mostly will judge the members while designing a steel structure. Okay, so the first one says the design strength due to yielding of gross section. It will look quite complicated right now to application of these things. So the design strength of member under axial tension, which is TDG, equal to AGFY divided by gamma m0. See, here it is saying the strength due to yielding of gross section. So yielding, we are using the yield stress, and gross section we are taking the gross area, AG. So area into stress divided by the partial safety factor will give me the TDG, mean the design strength of member under axial tension. So these are the terminologies. I'm not explaining this, okay? Next is the design strength due to rupture of the critical section. Rupture mean, in a, if I can say it in a Bengali, মানে ছিঁড়ে বেরিয়ে আসা, পাতি কথা, rupture, একদম পুরো কেটে বেরিয়ে আসবে, ছিঁড়ে বেরিয়ে আসছে। So what kind of force can cause that kind of failure? That TDN, that kind of strength we have to, or we can say this strength we have to adopt in order to resist the rupture of a critical section. So when that rupture occurs, when in a certain steel body there is a critical section, critical cross-sectional area in between. So what you have seen, while তোমরা আলটিমেট টেনসাইল স্ট্রেস যখন সলিড ল্যাবে বুঝেছো, তখন কি you were given a steel bar in a UTM machine and it was pulled from this place, right? It was pulled from this place and this place, and the part or the section which were critical, from that part a necking occurs or the failure occurred, right? So that was the critical section. Similarly, for each and every sectional member, there must be a critical section. So from that section, a rupture may occur. So resisting that rupture, what kind of equation we can establish? This is that equation. So this is TDN equal to 0.9 AN. See here, not here AG has not adopted. Why? তোমরা জিজ্ঞেস করবে ম্যাম এখানে AG কেন নিল না, AN কেন নিল? কারণ তোমরা একটা লজিক দিয়ে ভাবো, say this is a structural member, okay, and this is another similar structural member having a same dimension, but I'm showing differently. This structural member has been pulled in that way, okay, and this is a structural member. I have created a hole in between this structural member, and then I pulled this structural member in this way. তো তোমরা বলো যে এই দুটো সেকশনের মধ্যে কোন সেকশনের ফেলিয়ার ক্রস সেকশন ওয়াইজ হবে সেটা তোমরা আগে থেকে বুঝতে পেরে যাচ্ছ। From this both of the section, which section will rupture from its critical section? From the observation, what you can say about this thing? Anyone can anyone comment on this? তোমরা একটা পেজ নিয়েছো, there is a page, white page, you are pulling this in this way, and you have taken another similar page and created a hole between that page, and then you are pulling in the same way. Now tell me that which one will fail or rupture due to its critical section? Anyone?
That whole one.
Exactly, that hole in the page will have a critical section. Why? Because there is a hole. So in that page, due to that creation of hole, there is a reduction of area. Mean this part of the page has been designated as critical section. So from this critical section, the rupture will occur. So how we have calculated this cross-sectional area while we were calculating the bolt connection? We have considered the AM, right? The net area. What was the difference between net area and gross area? Gross area means the total area before creating a hole to that page. This is the total area. We are not reducing any one of it, and AN is the reduced part of area, mean just avoiding that hole, the rest of the area is AN. Okay, that is net area. Net and gross. Gross mean total, and N mean that reduced part of the area. Okay, so here that is why due to that rupture will cause from the critical section. That is why they have taken AN into the ultimate tensile stress and ultimate tensile load divided by gamma M1, because this is not so this is not happening due to the yielding. That is why we have not adopted Fy. This will be happen due to the ultimate load Fu. And see, we have also reduced its 0.9 mean 9 out of 10. So we are not taking its 100% capacity. We are only taking 90% of its capacity. Okay, so from this formula, we can get the design strength due to rupture of critical section of the plates. Okay. Next, get into the next formulation. So now, how can we evaluate the AN? So AN, I have just mentioned this while describing the bolting connection. So what happens? So if there will be given such a case where a staggered or a diamond pattern of bolting will be situated. Okay, so due to that type or that pattern of bolting in a steel plate, there will be a net reduced area. There will be a rupture of, there will be just, so due to this kind of alignment, see, when the force will come into the member, the force will always try to find this member's critical section to get filled. এই ফোর্সটা সব সময় এই সেকশন বা মেম্বার বা এই জয়েন্টের উইকনেসটাকে খুঁজবে। I mean, going through that weakness of that member, it will find out the most critical section. It will search it. It will search for the critical part of this member. So এবার এই বোল্টিং অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্টের উপর ডেফিনেটলি দ্যাট উইল ডিপেন্ড। তো আমরা বোল্টিং অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্টটাকে এইভাবে রাখবো, নাকি এইভাবে রাখবো? তার উপর সে আমরা সে নাম্বার অফ বোল্ট সেম দিচ্ছি, বাট when the force will be applied to the body due to that arrangement of that bolting connection, that strength or that rupture strength will vary, because that force will obviously try to find a critical section to get filled. So by this we will calculate our AN, area. So see, this is B minus NDH. So B will be this with minus N. N is what? The number of bolting hole. Into DH mean the hole of diameter plus summation of PSI whole square divided by 4GI. So here G is the gauge length between the bolt holes. You know the gauge length. And P is the pitch length between the line of bolt holes. So in this way, summation means the number of pitch length or the number of gauge length which will come to that inclined legs. I representing the subscript or summation for summation of all the inclined legs. So see, this angle will be attached to a kind of another steel plate. Okay, so then how can we evaluate or how can we judge the strength of that angle or plate? Okay, so now see, the rupture strength of an angle connected through one leg is affected by shear lag. So wait, there is another concept of shear lag. This is quite important. See, this will be a, okay, can you able to see a diagram? Can anyone respond me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see what happens. This is an angle section, right? This is an angle section. This can be equal leg or unequal leg. See, a bolting must be provided in this way. Okay, so this is the gusset plate, this is a single angle, and this, say, when the force will be applied in this direction, this part of the angle section will be much affected, because see, this part is connected with bolt, and this is the outer leg of the angle. This angle is not at all connected with this gusset plate. So this outer leg is actually a free member, right, which is not attached with a gusset plate, neither connected with a bolt connection. So what happens when the force will be subjected to in this direction? This shredded part, as you can observe from here, this amount of part will try to shear, or not shear off, you can say this part, red shaded part, will try to get off from this section. এইটুকু part বেরিয়ে আসতে চাইবে. Okay, and this phenomenon is expressed as a shear leg. So this, see, in here this is given, this is the effective area, effect due to a certain load or maybe due to a connection. So that amount of that part of area will be affected area. Now shear leg is represented as shear lag. So by the name itself you can understand shear lag mean there is a lag mean a gap. Okay, or what we can say, there is a gap of a shear. See, in that way a shear force will be developed due to that connection and the force corresponding, but the part which are not attached to the plate or neither by the bolt, that part may not be affected by the shear. So due to that, a shear lag may occur after that connection or after that joining into that section. So that will be called as shear lag. Just a minute, let me show you another picture of shear lag. See, this is a diagram I'm showing you from Google. Here, say this part, these three are the hole punched in this thickness of the plate, right? So see, this will try to pull in this direction and the force will go into that direction, right? So this kind of see, what is what particular place is holding this plate, the place where the bolt connection is situated, and the other part is not attached at all. So there will be a shear lag into that part where that member is not connected. Okay, so this can be a good example of shear lag. This is another very good picture. See, this is a unconnected leg, this is a connected leg, and this is the critical section. This has been shown for a welding connection. See, the weld will be, just let me show you. See, here a weld is provided in this way. So this, for the weld connection, what happens? This total part will try to get attached with this plate. So after that, this arrow, as you can see, as you can see, this arrow part, from this part, the plate will try to get removed due to an external force. Okay, so this is a very good example of a shear lag phenomenon. Shear leg. Now I think you can understand this terminology's meaning. Sorry, this sentence meaning. One leg is affected by shear leg, connected leg. So when in that case, what will be our design strength approach? That will be TDN equal to 0.9 ANCFU by factor of safety plus beta AGO-FY by factor of safety, where beta is represented as this formula. See, this is 1.4 minus 0.076 W by T. W is the outstand leg width. Outstand means the leg which is not connected, which is lying outstand. Okay. So that is the outstand leg width. BS is the shear lag width. So there is a width from which the shear will lag. See, for these cases, see, this is a bolting connection. Okay, a angle member is connected with this plate by this bolt. So what will be the shear lag width? This will be the W plus WL, maybe it is saying WL. W plus WL minus the thickness will be our BS for this case. Mean, তোমরা যদি দেখো এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটাকে সে হাত ধরে সোজা করে দাও, এরকম করে সোজা করে দাও, লম্বা সোজা করে দাও. Just make straighten this member so that up to when the part is connected to the bolt, this part will be connected to the bolt, right? This part will connected in such a way. So that part, until that part will be the shear lag width of the section minus thickness. You have to do minus thickness because that part will be cut out along with its thickness. So this will be the BS for the case of bolting connection, and for the welding connection, what will be BS? The total outstanding leg will be our BS, the shear lag. Mean this leg is not at all affected by the shear. Okay, so this is let us go into this formulation. And LC is the length of the end connection, meaning the throughout length which is connected here for end connection, that is distance between the outermost bolt. So I will explain this while solving a numerical problem. And for preliminary sizing, the rupture strength of net section may be approximately TDL alpha AN FU by factor of safety, where alpha is represented as 0.6 for 1 or 2 volts, 0.7 for 3 volts, 0.8 for 4 or more volts along the length in end connection or equivalent. Mean this formula will be applicable when the arrangement of bolting is not that much complicated and it will be aligned in a linear way. For 2 volt, that alpha will be 0.6, for 3 it is 0.7, for 4 and more it will be 0.8. N is the net area of the total cross-sectional area, and ANC is the net area of the connected leg. Mean, see, this is the connected leg, mean this is connected with the plate, so that is our net, and what will be the net area? Net area will be the area of that part minus the bolt hole at that leg. That will be the net area of connected leg, and AGO is the gross area of the outstanding leg. Mean this is the outstanding leg, so there is no bolting connection, so there is no reduced area, so there will be no net area, so this will be the total area, that is this is our gross area of outstanding leg, and T is the thickness of leg. So okay, up to this, do you have any problem understanding as of now?
No,
আমি
ma'am.
এই মুহূর্তে শুধু এক্সপ্লেন করছি এই ফর্মুলাগুলো, যখন আমি প্রবলেমে এগুলো অ্যাপ্লাই করব তখন এগুলো বুঝতে